black artists have been taken advantage of. People from James Brown to Sammy Davis Jr., some of the real pioneers that inspired me to be the entertainer that I am. These artists are always on tour because if they stopped touring, they would totally go broken. Record companies really, really do conspire against their artists. They steal, they cheat, they do whatever they can, especially the black artists. Sony, Tommy Mottola. Tommy Mottola is the president of the record division. He is a mean, he's a racist, and he's very, very, very devilish.
I've generated several $1 billion for Sony, several billion, and they really thought that my mind is always on music and dancing, and it usually is, but they never thought that this performer, myself, would outthink them. Now I'm a free agent. Yeah. I just owe Sony one more album. It's just a box set, really. And it's with 2 new songs, which I've written ages ago. So I'm leaving Sony a free agent, owning half of Sony. I own half of Sony's publishing, and I'm leaving them, and they're very angry at me because of it. But I just did good business, you know. The way they get revenge is to try and destroy my album. And Tommy Mottola is a devil. I'm not supposed to say what I'm going to say right now, but I have to let you in on a secret.
Say it.
Mariah Carey, after divorcing Tommy, came to me crying. She said to me that this is an evil man. And Michael, this man follows me, she said. He taps her phones. And he's very, very evil. And she doesn't trust him. And he is a horrible human being. And we have to continue our drive until he's terminated. We can't allow him to do this to great artistry. We just can't.
Peace, family. My name is Vicki Dillon, and so pleased to be a contributor here on African Diaspora News Channel. Please make sure that as you come in, you give us a big thumbs up and share the broadcast. Thank you so very much. Family, now, I want you to prepare yourself to take a look at this resurfaced video. The video itself was done some years ago when Piers Morgan was on CNN. But the clip that Piers gets ready to play is what appears to be an actual private conversation that was recorded between Michael Jackson and one of his longtime business managers. In this clip, you will see that he had some plans, and I want you to listen to it. Take a look.
Manager for Michael for a very long time. You've brought some fascinating tapes. These are audio tapes. And I want to just go through some of this because I once interviewed Michael in the late 90s. And I was struck that there was another Michael Jackson here, the businessman. And I want to play a tape before I come to you. This is him discussing with you, I think, about a plan to buy Marvel, the comic business, back in 2001 or 2, I think it was. Let's listen to this.
We could easily go into Universal and buy. We would own Jaws, E.T., Close Encounters, you know, all the classics from Universal. Own all of that stuff. And that will allow us to do a channel. Part of the Marvel channel can be not only the Marvel characters, but Marvel films like the catalog. We could do anything we want, from restaurants to retail, theme parks.
Now, you actually got the financing in place, I believe, for this deal. Then came the scandal court cases, and it all got put on the back burner. Disney ended up buying Marvel and doing exactly what Michael had predicted and making a fortune at it. Tell me about this.
That was the second part of his life. He did want to do this, and he knew exactly any single detail what he wants to do. And he was absolutely right. Because he was saying, so the music career, I cannot do more than that what I did. That's it. And I have the Beatles catalog on one side. If I buy this Marvel catalog, he has a second part, a big part in his life. He would be the richest person in the world.
Yeah, he understood the power of owning rights to things.
Right.
You know, he realized the power of publishing rights.
Okay, family, did you catch that? Now, if you are familiar at all with Bill Cosby, you all know that Bill Cosby was prepared and was getting funding together to purchase NBC. You all know that he was responsible for single-handedly reviving them from multiple bankruptcies. I did an amazing exclusive interview with his PR manager, Mr. Andrew Wyatt, some months ago, sometime last year. Family, this is very interesting because you even hear Piers Morgan act like he's shocked because he was talking about Michael Jackson, the businessman. Well, of course, our brothers and sisters who are magic makers and who ship-shape the world are good at business and monetizing things. And it stirred speculation since the resurfacing of this interview as to whether or not these allegations, folks find it suspicious, let's say it like that, that this is what was taking place before the allegations. Talk black to me, somebody. We know that other parts of Michael Jackson's catalog and work, his blood, sweat, and tears, was also stolen. And the people are saying, hey, if we want to know what's up, maybe we should take a peek at following the money. Now, some folks are saying, well, Michael Jackson should have hushed on this. Well, first of all, it appears to be, as is mentioned in this interview, that was an actual private conversation that Michael Jackson was having with his business manager. And you all know that if you're behind the scenes working to buy large networks, conglomerates, and companies, don't you all know that the powers that shouldn't be will turn around and take what you're doing behind the scenes and make it a public situation in order to sabotage what you're doing?
We could easily go into Universal and buy. We would own Jaws, E.T., Close Encounters, all the classics from Universal. Own all of that stuff. And that will allow us to do a channel. Part of the Marvel channel can be not only the Marvel characters, but Marvel films, like the catalog. We could do anything we want, from restaurants to retail, theme parks.
But this is still important for us to hear and for us to know, so that we can continue to look into these things and hold the appropriate folks accountable if it leads to such things. But also for us to be reminded, family, that business is warfare. It's not easy, but we are entitled to it as a divine sovereign people. Somebody black talk black to me. My name is Vicki Dillard. Be sure to check out my website with my yummy products and services and upcoming special webinars at VickiPlanet.com. That's VickiPlanet.com. The link should be below. I can't wait to see you again.